Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Matt with Green Bar Trading here. Welcome back to another weekly watch list video where I'm going to go over everything you need to know for the week ahead. Before we get into it, hit the thumbs up for the video. And if you are new, click that subscribe button. So here's the earnings for the week. Not really anything that I'm looking at, but if you wanted to know, there's your earnings for the week. Okay, so now going over to our economic calendar, a very quiet week, right? So this is a very quiet week ahead of next week, the week after that, I'm sorry, with CPI and PPI. So this week, not much. You're not going to hear from any Fed officials as they go silent this week. So what we have are the initial jobless claims on Thursday, and that's basically all I'm really interested in. I mean, there's some things here Monday as far as the manufacturing numbers go that may influence the market a little bit. But as far as the big economic events, that's going to be the following week, okay? So that's your economic calendar. If we look at our sectors and their relative performance, what I noticed, I mean, obviously technology, consumer cyclicals, those are all really been killing it. But what I noticed on Friday, now I'm not sure how this is going to translate into the market this coming week, but what I noticed are things that were not, they were more laggards in the market, started to catch a bit. So you have basic materials, industrials, energy, these types of things that really have suffered, you can see here on the year, right? They've really suffered. They haven't done well. Well, they started to join the party. Now, if these stocks start to join the party, right? Because right now you have those stocks, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Google's, Amazon, Tesla's, those stocks have been really propping up the market. If you have other stocks start to join, then maybe this rally can last a lot longer. Now, if they don't, or if those big stocks, those big tech stocks start to really underperform, then it could get messy. But right now, on Friday, we saw some of those laggards catch a bid. All right, so that's your sectors there and their relative performance. And we might as well go into the weightings. So on the QQQ, well, these are your top 10 and the allocations for each of these stocks. 13% Microsoft. Tack on another 12% for Apple. You're at 25% of the whole QQQ in these two stocks, right? You add another 7%, another 7%. So you got 14 more percent onto that. That's 39% on 4 stocks. Add Meta, add Google's, 8% here, Tesla. I mean, you can see that these have gotten so bloated, right? They're so bloated. A lot of these stocks themselves are very overbought. That could be very dangerous for the overall market, all right? These are really, really been outperforming, and it's been great. Can it continue? Can the AI rush continue? Well, we don't know. But as of right now, they're overbought. They're making up a huge part of the QQQ. Last time this happened was in 2007, right before the financial crisis. So, just something to be aware of, right? On the SPY, this also has gotten a little bit out of control. The top 10 are basically in the Apple's, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia. Take away some of these, and you have 25% now of the SPY in those stocks. It wasn't 25% a few weeks ago, and now it's really getting out of control. So the market obviously is being carried by these stocks, but we saw on Friday some other companies, some other stocks are joining that rally. So we just need to wait and see what happens. But that's your weightings for the SPY, the QQQ. All right, now going over to our compass, the SPY. In our last video, this is the spot right here that we saw the next volume ledge that might act as resistance. So this has been a very nice bearish to bullish reversal. We're now making higher highs, higher lows, right? We have a lot of support underneath us. Now, this is the weekly chart. Just so you guys know, this is the weekly chart on the SPY. But I wanted to pull up the last 3 years of volume to see where that support and that resistance is going to be. Because the last 3 years has really been when a lot of this has been trading. A lot of trading has taken place in the last 3 years since, the pandemic. So that's what I like to look at. Now, we're still looking at this 440 area, right? This 435 area all the way up to the 450 for potential resistance, okay? Now, that's on the SPY and that's on the weekly chart, so just keep that in mind. Now, if we look at the SPY on the daily chart, well, you can see here not a lot of volume has taken place here in the past year. You have this area right here. So about 5 days of trading maybe, and then 1 day of trading here making up this volume. So maybe the market wants to try to test this previous, highs for the year. It's possible. A lot of times the market likes to do that before then pulling back. Once again, that would be at about 431, 432. So we'll see how price reacts when it comes to that. But the market consolidated around here for a long time this past year. You can see this huge amount of volume, the point of control here, and you have the 50 moving average. So you have a lot of support underneath price right now. So, the market, this has been a very clean looking move, a very clean move off of the low. You can see the trend very clearly, right? Higher highs and higher lows. It doesn't get any more technical than that. But we are getting to that overextended point right now, especially on the QQQ. This one is sitting at highs for the year. It is sitting at a very high RSI. It's been overbought here for, the better part of the last 3 weeks or so. I'm expecting the QQQ to pull back. We have this huge gap here in the year. I'm expecting a pullback. It is now very extended off the 20 EMA, expecting that pullback as those other stocks that I had mentioned start to come into the party and let these big tech stocks sort of take a break. All right. That's what I'm thinking may happen. Now, the QQQ, if we look at the weekly chart, this can really be overbought for quite a while. Now, looking at it on the weekly, I'm sorry, not the volume, but looking at the RSI on the weekly, you can see back in 2021, look at how long it's spent, right? From basically June until September, spent at overbought levels. So just because it's hitting overbought on the weekly, this can tend to really outperform, as we have seen in the past. Now you have that catalyst, that AI catalyst, just driving the market up. All right. So what we noticed last week, it's still on my screen here. You have that volume ledge. Now it basically hit that to the penny before pulling back slightly. So this week's going to be interesting how it handles this volume right here. Okay. I'm expecting the market to take a breather, especially on the QQQ, but that's just my opinion. All right. I'm not going to get into specific stocks. I'm more interested in watching and looking at the overall market because it is so overextended. And I want to see if the rally continues with the addition of all those laggards that we saw. So like I said, a quick weekly watch list video this week. No picks for the week, but I'm going to be watching a lot of the market and seeing if the momentum can continue. Please hit the thumbs up for the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Take care.